Welcome to a Rome Total War battle. I believe, oh, this is a massive one. Expect lag. Lots and lots of lag. So we've got the SBQR here, played by Nakal, also known as Pike. Here we have the Scipii, played by Lando, and over here we have Macedon, played by Baldwin IV. Oof, okay, so this is part of what I believe is known as a 31k tournament. I think you get like 31,000 gold, get the best units possible, and just go for it basically. Very good cavalry here. Yeah, so it's like elite Praetorian cavalry, maximum experience. Everything's maxed out to the top. Same with the archers as well. You can see by the extra banners, like these guys know what they're doing. Same if we go over here as well to the Scipii, same type of army here with Macedon. It's like you've got your elite companion cavalry, then you've got royal pikemen here, again, maximum tier with experience and everything. The most elite units you can possibly get. On the other side it looks like we've got the Germans, the Julii, and over here is probably going to be the Brutii. Yeah, in this massive epic 3v3. Let's get them set up here and then we can start the battle. Whoa, we got a lot of lag. But there's just so many troops on the field that of course we will get a lot of lag. It's done a struggle to run. Okay, here we are. So as the Brutii, we've got Punisher the Great. Again, same type of army, archers, urban cohorts. They're all basically the same. The Germans say Chosen Axemen, as elite as they can possibly be, and another unit of Chosen Axemen here. I don't think they've got any archers. Yeah, it's literally just a spam of the most elite Chosen Axemen possible. Then they've got their Gothic cavalry as well, with maximum experience, and the Julii over here, with their Praetorian Guard cavalry. And the Legionary First Cohort, and a few urbans in there as well. Yeah. Okay, I guess we didn't have the money to have all of them as urban cohorts, as there is a normal legion in there. And yeah, they look like they're pushing towards the Germans now, which allows Macedon to be able to fold in here a bit on the flank. The Brutii not moving yet. Interesting, but SBQR started closer to the Scipii here. Yeah, so they're a lot more closer together. Are these guys going to start heading towards the Brutii now? What are the Brutii doing? They're getting... Right, they're starting to get some of their troops facing this way. Oh, this is going to be a big slaughter, I am sure. The Scipii here are in a strong position. They can catch the Julii potentially off guard. Maybe get a few arrow shots in the back here. If they brought archers, then maybe they could do. Right, no, it's the SBQR who brought archers, but okay. Either way, they can get a few shots in, and yeah, these are just 3 easy, cheap kills for them. These kills are going to go a really long way, just hitting some urban cohorts in the back. The cavalry of the Germans charging forwards. They know what they need to do. They need to charge these archers here. The SBQR, they've taken some hits from other fire from the Brutii, but now they've got to pull their archers back. And there we go. So I think they didn't want to charge, because if they charged, they'd have got caught up in the archers, and then the Pila would have absolutely wrecked them, followed by other cavalry charging in from the SBQR. I'll call this side the SBQR side, and I'll call this side the German side, just for simplicity. So yeah, the SBQR side here, yeah, they could have got their cav in there, their Pila in there, and they could have butchered them, so the German side had to pull out. The Brutii, meanwhile, yeah, set up here. They're sort of like, it's sort of like they're getting into a ball formation, trying to tempt the SBQR side into the centre here. I see a bit of Hannibal here. The weak troops in the middle, the strong troops on the side. But then they get them to charge into the middle, and then the reserves can come in, and then they can surround them. It looks like they're planning that, but I don't know if it would work out for them. Meanwhile, the SBQR side, mostly just forming lines of infantry with cavalry on the flank, but they've got to wait for their pikemen to get here as well. Yeah, you don't want to charge into this too early, because that could be devastating. You want your entire army here before you do that. And maybe they are going to charge in early. Maybe I'm wrong. But look at the death here. Look at the amount of kills those archers were able to get. And on the cavalry as well. Yeah, these elite archers are deadly. And Macedon here has finally arrived with their Cretan archers, but I want to cover this side right now. The Scipii charging in against the Brutii having to pull back. They just did not have the cavalry numbers there to be able to deal with that. They did not want to engage. Meanwhile, the Brutii tried to shoot at the cavalry, but the cavalry got out of there just in time, and the archers for the SBQR have been completely wrecked with that one breaking, but new archers are arriving, the Cretan archers, and then you've got more troops arriving as well, coming from Macedon. Yeah, these Cretan archers I'm sure will get a lot of kills. I think they've got the best range of any archer, so they could really like get in here and shoot at these ones. And maybe shoot at the cavalry from that distance as well, potentially. So yeah, you got to be really careful fighting Cretan archers. And I think the main battle is about to begin. The Scipii are moving forwards. They're getting their formation set up. The Pila are coming in, but they're in loose formation on the front there, so the Pila not going to be that deadly actually. The pikemen have arrived. The SBQR are all set up there as well with their cavalry. The archers are running out of ammo. The Pila comes in from all sides. Getting a load of kills. Oh, that unit's getting completely wrecked there as they try and group up to form Testudo. Problem is they've grouped up now, so they're getting absolutely battered, but they've not actually formed their Testudo yet. Come on, put those shields up, and then we're charging over this way instead. A loose formation Durban cohort, just charging in. There we go, they're in Testudo, but so what at this point? There's only 38 of them left. There's just no point to it. And the archers are going to shoot at other units anyway. This is the first infantry engagement we've got. Let's watch these two guys duel a bit. They've got their buddies coming in here. I don't know why that guy got so far forwards, that eagle bearer there. The Macedonians coming in on the flank because they spot this. The Julii cavalry, the Scipii cavalry, having to retreat here. Ooh, they lost a few men retreating, so they had to actually commit to it with one of their units, just to like scare off the Julii a bit. The Macedonians are now on the flank with their pikemen to prepare for any other cavalry charge like that. And yeah, the Julii are having to not rout, but pull back right now. Pull back to the main infantry. Well done to the Scipii there for forcing them back a bit. And they're fighting the back of this Testudo here. Big mistake by the Julii. Yeah, they're going to lose a lot of men unnecessarily here. If I was one of these Scipii, I'd be playing it a lot more aggressively. It's like, if they've got their back turned against you, you'll be like, you won't be just like tapping them a bit, would you? You'll be like full on charging and butchering. But the Julii were able to hold there as they turned around. The SBQR are now starting their combat here. Pila's coming in. They're in loose formation, so they're not going to take that much damage. I like that. I never thought loose formation for urban cohorts when they fire their Pila, but then you've got to make sure to remember to put them back into the tight formation. Very slow battle. I thought there'd be a lot more action there. Okay, here we go. Brutii versus the SBQR. The SBQR are charging in. The Brutii trying to hold their defensive formation here. I would get these guys in a tighter formation now. I think it's time to do that. And then just maybe charge in there. I don't know if I've got any Pila left, unfortunately. SBQR reinforcements come in because they are breaking with this urban cohort. Scipii cavalry coming on the flank here. Whilst the main Scipii forces here, just trying to defend themselves against Julii ammunition coming in from the archers and from the Pila. This Testudo formation completely surrounded, and yeah, they should get butchered there. The Macedonian cavalry in the centre, oddly. I wonder what they're planning. It looks like the Brutii are doing an okay job here at holding out. Yeah, the SBQR seems to have lost a lot more men on this charge, and Macedon, I just don't know what they're doing. Charging backwards and forwards, I don't get it. And, ooh, they're leaving themselves open to a flanking manoeuvre here from these Julii troops to send all of them infantry round this way. Luckily for them, the Julii did not notice, or they could have charged into that. And that could have been really deadly. Are these Cretans still firing? No, they're out of ammo. And then back onto the Brutii side over here. In come the cavalry. Oh, and then there goes the cavalry. Never mind. Oh, we got 2 horsemen going for it. And there we go, more cavalry comes back in. Probably just relining their charge. Yeah, they're not getting that many kills on the charge, unfortunately. Meanwhile, over here, again having to charge into another Testudo formation. He really went tight there. Reinforcements coming in, but then the Julii bring their troops in. Yeah, both sides need a lot more troops pouring into this now. You can flank the Julii right here. That one's breaking. Yes, this is what I mean. Get these ones now with the cavalry. All the cavalry goes in. They saw what I saw. And then they can just rout that unit there. That one's then gonna rout. The Germans send their cavalry. Everyone sends their cavalry into this. It's a big mess, but everyone's going for it. We've got the Scipii breaking too. The Julii coming on the flank here. The Macedonians charging in. Put your pikes down. Try and counter these cavalry units. And yeah, they're just actually throwing everybody in here. This is chaos. The Germans seem to be breaking though. The Germans are mass routing. The Germans are off the field. The Julii are having to pull out their cavalry while sending more cavalry in. Meanwhile, in the centre, Macedon is cutting through the Julii, and this Julii cavalry just cannot do anything right now. The SBQ are coming in there with help of Macedon, really changed that battle around, and they are now overwhelming the German side with the cavalry. But the problem is you don't want to overextend, because they can just send in even more cavalry. They've still got a lot more units there. The SBQ are having to pull out behind the cover of the Macedonian pikemen, and more cavalry charging for the Brutii, but they're charging the pikemen. They lost so many cavalry doing that unnecessarily. A massive blob of cavalry fighting now. More pikemen are coming through, just cutting them all down. The SBQR cavalry come on in as well. They've got this SBQR urban cohort on the flank here, which is surrounding them, but that unit itself is about to get surrounded. Yeah, that unit broke. Someone died. I've got no clue who it was in this Picasso. It was one of the colours. Blue, black, purple, I don't know. But it seems it must have been the Brutii, because they've completely routed now. The Germans have routed, the Julii have routed, another general has died. I'm assuming that's belonging to one of the Brutii side, and yeah, everyone is now completely routing, and they're all about to get run down and absolutely butchered. That was an incredible battle there. I loved it. I hope I get more replays like this. We've got 2 more Rome Total War ones coming in this video, because this was a bit of a quick one. But yeah, I hope we get more battles like that. That was incredible. Let's look at the dead bodies. This is my favourite part. Yeah, it is a Picasso piece. The German general's now dead now. So I think that's the Brutii side losing all of their generals. And with that, the battle is over. And they're just going to run them down, obviously. Why wouldn't you? Some Brutii though might be able to get away from this. But yeah, with that, well done to the SBQR side. That was an incredible battle there. Massive commitment with the cavalry charges. Could have gone either way, that battle, but I do think the SBQR side had the minor advantages here and there, which I think really helped win it for them. Yes, so we don't get to see losses exactly. I could do all the calculations here, but you know, that's not going to happen. Either way, Macedon getting so many kills. Of course, this factors in troops they've run down as well, so it is a little bias towards the victor. But wow, let's take a look at the stats. Again, I think it includes troops that they've killed, so yeah, the cavalry are going to be a lot higher here. We only see it, unfortunately, for the SBQR, but yeah, those Praetorian cavalry getting lots of kills. The urban cohorts, not getting that many. Mostly sustaining casualties rather than inflicting casualties. But you know, this is Rome Total War. It's a game of morale. I don't think I said the names of the other players, did I? No, so the Germans were played by Bago, and the Julii played by Atlas. Hope you enjoyed, but now on to the next one. And we are here again with the SBQR. These battles were battles submitted by Nakal, which means that's why he's in all of these Rome Total War ones. He's a very competitive Rome Total War player. It doesn't mean he's done a win just because he submitted them, he's just submitting the battles that he thought were really good. This one's titled Spaghetti, so I'm curious why. The last one was titled Nuclear Charge, this one is Spaghetti. Nuclear Charge for the last one made sense. I don't know what Spaghetti could be. Okay, so we got the Julii here. I think it's another 31k battle, where they've just got like so much gold and they just have the most OP units possible. Playing the Julii is Fez and John 81. Playing the Greek cities over here with all of their Spartans is Mars, obviously, and the Cretan archers. Of course, Mars would play. As for Greeks, we've got some light cav as well, interesting. And over here we've got another SBQR army, because this is a 4v4. And we've got the general there as well. And the other SBQR is controlled by Spartan Commander. And it looks like we've got the Scipii and the Scipii and Parthia? It's got to be Parthia, right? Because you can't have two SBQR. Yeah, pink has to be Parthia then. And it looks like Carthage as well. Parthia's an interesting one. I wouldn't put them in such an elite battlefield as this one. But we'll see what we can do. And here we are, so Carthage here with their Baleariac slingers, their Sacred Band cavalry and their Sacred Band infantry in a nice triangle here. Controlled by the Pope. That's just his name. Parthia here, controlled by Rome X2 Sen, something like that. They've got their elite camels. Looks like mostly a cav and archer army. Interesting, interesting. Over here we've got, the Scipii, controlled by Paglia. I think I know this guy. And over here we have another Scipii army controlled by Bigus. And the Parthians are just getting right into this, it seems. Yeah, with their missile cavalry. The SBQR having to charge in here to chase them back a bit, chase them back away from their archers, because you can't have your archers taking hits this early on. But now they've got to retreat because these archers here will mow them down potentially. I mean, they could mow down the archers, but they've got to calculate: is it worth a risk charging into them with such an elite unit? Usually, yes, but sometimes, maybe it's better to just hold back, stay as part of the main army first, and then, you need all of your troops to be pushing with you. You don't want to overextend with your cavalry, fight over here, and then get mowed down by the camels, just to, kill a couple of archers. It's not worth it. Either way, it seems like this side here, I'll call this Scipii versus SBQR. So SBQR side over here, Scipii side over here. I think that makes the most sense. And so the Scipii side, they're bringing a lot of their units over this way. Parthia's got units all the way over here for some reason. I don't know why they would bother doing that. Wow, you can feel the lag. This is so many more units from the last one as well. I like the Carthaginian position here. Just the elite infantry, they're all ready, they're all stacked up like that. I do like them. Oh, so the SBQR got caught off guard there with one of their archers. Yeah, was it an archer? No, it was a town watch, okay, just a basic, cheap town watch, just to, I don't know, be used as cannon fodder or something. But the Scipii charged in there, and they just wiped that unit out, got it out of the way with. So that then their archers have an easier deal targeting the enemy archers. Interesting formation by the SBQR here, going for very long lines for some reason. I don't know the advantage in that, but there will be an advantage. They don't just do these things for nothing, these players know what they're doing. I trust that Nakal here, he knows what he's doing. He knows something about the game that nobody else does. I trust him to know that. Okay, so the Scipii seem to be wanting to make the push here. Are they getting into Testudo formation? Yeah, interesting place to do it. Meanwhile, they've got the Julii here in loose formation on the front, ready with their Pili. You've got the Spartans to deal with as well, with some armoured Greek hoplites. with all of this cavalry and SBQR troops on reserve. Meanwhile, the SBQR is heading round this way, but they don't have anything really to counter this cavalry, this Parthian cavalry, so they do have to be very careful. Meanwhile, oh, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I love seeing them in Testudo in this game. Watch this. Are they gonna do the shield thing? Come on, farm Testudo. Oh no! I wanted to see them farm Testudo. It's so satisfying to see them do it. Oh, we were seconds away from satisfaction, but no. I got disappointed again. Right, now they're gonna farm Testudo, but now they're getting butchered. Right, let's see these ones do it. Come on, do the shield thing. Do it. Oh, I love that. So much nostalgia. That's very close though to get into Testudo formation. They lost a lot of men doing that on that unit. Which looks like a waste to me, but these players, they know what they're doing. Meanwhile, they're marching forwards in Testudo formation, and what they're doing here, they're trying to use it as like a tank to try and break through here. So yeah, they're still somewhat in Testudo, protected from the missiles. And then they can get their peeler in as well. So remember, yes, as they retreated, they got their peeler in instantly and hit a load of them in the back. And then do they get back in Testudo again? Is that the plan here? Either way, I like it. I like how they've designed their own like fighting style specifically for this tournament. Right, here we go. Are they charging in? Nope, still not charging in yet. Nope. Back into Testudo, is it? Yeah, back into the Testudo. They are losing a lot of men doing this though, because as they're forming into Testudo, they are very weak and vulnerable. Like this unit here, down to the final 2, because of all the javelins it's received. So they do have to be careful doing this strategy. Meanwhile, the cavalry not really doing much yet. It's more just the missile cavalry being shot at by the Cretans, back and forth there. Yeah, so sadly not much happening in that regard. The Carthaginians have now moved up. And they're already... I still don't see why this battle's called Spaghetti yet. But I'm sure we'll see at the end, like the last one being called Nuclear Charge. You know, we'll see at the end when things get a bit crazy. Why it's called Spaghetti, I am sure. Ooh, that Julii unit there broke. Not a good sign for the Julii. Yeah, because it went in between both of these units, so the unit thought it was being flanked. So now it's having to pull out. The Spartans, or the Armoured Hoplites, sorry, they're having to come in now. Yeah, they're charging in to the front line. They're going to get their pikes down and then charge forwards, getting a few easy kills for Julii. I'm also marching in now. Meanwhile, over here, the other Scipii force is about to face off with the SBQR. Loads of javelins coming in, but the SBQR does have those Spartans nearby. And this is going to be a mess. All the infantry going for it. They're pushing. The Carthaginians are pushing as well. It's going to be a big slaughter here. It needs some more cavalry though. If one army just gets their cavalry round onto the flank here, that's going to be it. That's all you really need. But no side is really in the position to do that. The SBQR here having to reform their formation, wanting to pull back a bit. The Julii cavalry, they're nearby, they're ready to do something, they just don't know what yet. The Julii general is here on the front, you've got to be careful. You don't want to lose your general. That's a better place for the general, what the Scipii are doing. But this guy, he could get killed at any moment, which could cause an absolute chaotic mass rout. The Julii cavalry are charging through to the Parthians. Yeah, they want to get them off the field, but they've got to be careful, because Parthia can bring in their cavalry, Carthage can bring in their army. We'll have a quick zoom in over here, just to see how it looks, and now we zoom over to the cavalry. Yeah, so the charge the archers there, got a lot of kills, but now they're having to retreat, which means the archers can counter-fire and shoot them in the back. And the Parthian cavalry is coming in as well. We've got a unit breaking of the Julii over here. If the Julii lose that general on the front, I think they will probably mass rout at this point. because they are somewhat surrounded here, all their troops are under pressure. If that general dies, this unit breaks, then this unit breaks, then that unit breaks, and it will all collapse for the Julii. Where's the Scipii general gone? I swear he was nearby Carthage throwing their general into this. The Greeks with their general in here as well. They're doing it to have the morale boost, having their general really close by. But you know, it does come with its own risks as well. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like a SPQR urban cohort got caught off guard, absolutely butchered by the cavalry there. But it does seem the Julii were able to cut through the Parthian light cav. Yeah, and the archers. Yeah, just chasing away the missile cavalry there. Meanwhile, the infantry fight, which is where I think most of this is probably going to be decided. You've got the SPQR trying to hold out here, but the Parthians have broken through with their cavalry. This is it. If they can get a charge into the backs of those Julii, but the SPQR come in with their own cavalry, and the Parthians are losing it. They overextended. They tried to force their way through it, but then the SPQR just came in with their own cavalry, which completely broke them. Parthia is about to lose all of their cavalry. They're about to break, and now that's going to leave a massive opening. The Scipii are throwing their urban cohorts here to try and slow down the SPQR cavalry. I don't know which side is going to cut through first. It seems like the SPQR here have pulled back a bit too far though, and now that the other Scipii army can make the flank over here onto these Spartans and make the push. Why is the SPQR going in for the centre? Someone died. I saw the Julii general, but I didn't see him actually die. This SPQR army should be fighting these guys to stop them from flanking these ones. The Parthian cavalry got completely routed there. That was very unfortunate for them, but very good for the SPQR side. The battle is very chaotic right now. Julii cavalry coming in on the flank. SPQR cavalry charging in there, using sheer force to try and slice their way through. But then did lose a lot of cavalry doing that. You can just see the bodies scattered everywhere. It's not working for them. It's such a close one. Peela's coming in, mecking absolutely everybody. We've got some units breaking here. Overall, the Julii have done an excellent job at holding out. I think somebody lost a general, or it might have been that bug where it shows a general about to die, but the general lives. That's a bug that sometimes happens. Right, I think that was the Carthaginian general I saw go down. Yeah, because he's fighting there. The SPG... Okay, another general's died. We can't see who, so what's the point? That's a good charge by the SPGI cavalry and the Julii cavalry. That should break all of those urbans there. But it looks like the Julii general might have died, hence why they're breaking. But the cavalry comes in for the SPGI, charging the other Scipii urbans. The Scipii, though, coming in with their own cavalry because the SPGI left themselves open. And that's done to completely surround these guys. And I'm now starting to understand why it's called spaghetti. But it seems the Scipii army, one of them is breaking. They are completely routing from the field. And then the cavalry can pull out and prepare for another charge. Maybe charge in here, get that Scipii general killed. There's a lot of different flanks on flanks here. This is absolute chaos, but it looks like the SPQR have the infantry advantage here. They are surrounding the Carthaginians, they are surrounding the Scipii. Carthage trying to throw in their cavalry here, but it's not going to do anything. Yeah, they got completely slaughtered by the pikes there on those Spartans. So they're not going to do anything. These Scipii have broken. Wow, what chaos. Look at all the bodies as well. Most of them are here, but there's still thousands of bodies here on the screen. All the cavalry as well, the dead horses, the fallen banners. Spaghetti now does make sense. That must have been very chaotic and stressful to fight. But it seems the SPQR side has come through on the upper hand. They're about to try and kill the Parthian general now. Yeah, they've got the SPQR, they've got the Julii, and they've got the Greeks. Versus Carthage, who are completely routing. Parthia, who have a few units dotted around, but so what? The Scipii, who I can't even see on anymore. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely Team SBQR who won this. And well done to them as well. They're just going to wipe out these final units now, maybe cut down another general, and then run them down. Yeah, they've already admitted defeat. Well done, SBQR side. That was an epic battle. Whew! Another look at the dead bodies. Now everyone else has cleared away. You can see the shields just sticking out the ground as well. Wow, that was so much devastation. I love these ones. Average victory, apparently. Wow. So yeah, those are the kills. Again, the kill count does favour the attacker because they did do a lot more running down of troops. Wow, let's see the stats here. We get to see both SBQR stats as well, that's good. Yeah, again, the cavalry doing really well. And then down here, again, the cavalry. Yeah, interesting. And some units healed as well, but that doesn't matter for this battle. Yeah, well done to them, well done. Did the Town Watch get any kills? No, sadly not. The archers didn't get any kills either, really. Yeah, so the archers were probably a waste, but, you know, they're more... Sometimes they're useful, sometimes they're not. It's usually better to bring them anyway into the battlefield. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed, but now we got one more. The final battle. A bit of a shorter one here. This one is called Equites. There's an Equites unit here, but I don't know why the battle's called that. We're seeing Akal again over here with his urban cohorts. A bit of a hilly battle this time, so it's not the same flat terrain that we've seen before. Another SBQR army controlled by JGP here. Again, urban cohorts in loose formation. The usual, we've got the Macedonians here with their Cretan archers and the same phalanxes that we saw in that first battle today, and the Germans as well. And they've gone for Knight Raiders this time, and Chosen X-Men, and Berserkers, and Screeching Women, and War Dogs. Okay, some variety in an army at last. Oh, I do like these units. Wow. And then they've got, I just heard the Screeching Women go there, and then they've got their own archers as well, set up as well. Who's controlling the Germans? Get Jacked is controlling the Germans, and Barclayman is controlling Macedon. And it looks like they are going to be up against Carthage, the Parthians again, the Scipii, and the Brutii. Okay. I still don't know why the battle is called Equites though. There's only been one unit of them so far on this side here, so I'm going to keep an eye on them. I hope to see something really special here from those guys. And away they go. Let's get on to normal speed here. Yeah, oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. We got them eventually. The Brutii are controlled by Spartan Commander. I'm assuming the same usual force. Fez and John is controlling the Scipii here in the centre. The Parthians are controlled by Roya 35 and the Carthaginians by Skem 8. I'm commentating fast here because it looks like they're already getting into the battle with the Scipii. They're charging in very early on. In loose formation, I'm sure they're about to get their peeler in there and start to get a lot of kills. It looks like they're bringing the same units as we're used to. Ooh, the SBQR charging their Equites in there, instantly getting butchered with them, but I'm sure they got a few kills. Right, that's why it's called Equites, and they've routed. Okay. We got the Cataphracts here for Parthia. That's always nice to see, plus the same archers as before, and yeah, the same Sacred Band as we saw in the last battle. Okay, the SBQR seems to have pulled back a bit. They saw it as a bit of a risky situation, but the Brutii about to get caught on the flank here. This is not what you want. They're getting completely caught on the side, caught off guard. That's not good. Loads of arrow fire coming in. That's causing more lag than anything. And of course you've got to factor in the terrain here as well. And it does look like the SBQR side does have a better terrain, a slight high ground advantage. And it is going to come into play here when they're fighting the Brutii. Yeah, I think they're going to do a good job at cutting through these. The cavalry for Parthia are holding back for now. They don't want to charge them in like they did in the last one. Yeah, it was a different player in the last one, but you know, you get the idea. They don't want to make that same mistake, nevertheless. Oh, it's really struggling to handle this battle. So much going on. I think it's because of all the different terrain it's got to calculate as well. I'm assuming that's what's causing the extra lag in this battle. Also, not flaming shot. Why are you using flaming shot? That just lags everything. Right, we don't have to move away from the flaming shot yet. Instantly the game runs 10 times better. At least on my end. I don't know how it looks on the recording. Why is there a lone slinger there? Okay, never mind. So the Germans trying to come around this way with their cavalry, with the Carthaginians here, but Macedon is holding their ground. Oh, it's right. I've got to face this way because I can't face the other way due to the flaming shots. Why use flaming shot mode? Yeah, these pikemen are about to get butchered here by the Carthaginians, and Macedon just cannot really do anything about it right now because their possible reinforcements, the SBQR, are bogged down right now, getting slaughtered by Parthian cavalry, who are just slicing their way through them. They've got more cavalry here. The other forces are fighting the Brutii. The SBQR might be done here. This cavalry charge might be it. This might be all they needed. They're just going to cut straight through them. The SBQR sends in their cavalry, desperately trying to save the day, desperately trying to save their general from this chaos, but I think it might be a little too late at this point. The Parthians are just cutting through with those cataphracts. They seem to have slowed down the charge now so they can start getting some actual kills, and the death of the German general over there is going to help them on this flank. But the Germans holding out for now. They are fighting the Macedonians though. So yeah, they do have to be very careful there because those pikemen will butcher them. Coming back over here, the SBQ are having to pull their cavalry out. The Parthians just push through with their cavalry, going for the SBQR cavalry, going for the general as well. This is absolute chaos. The Brutii are coming in here to try and help out as well. And I think the SBQR are about to break. One side is about to mass rout, I'm sure. We're seconds away from that. Oh, the Scipii generals died. And it seems the Parthians are holding, but the SBQR are holding with their general. They've got more troops over here as well fighting the Brutii, but yeah, if they can just clear out some of these, get that general killed, send a few cav down there, that's it, the SBQR are would be out of it. A lot happening over here as well, that's chaos, I cannot commentate that. I honestly cannot remember who's on whose side at this point. It's like, it's SBQR, Macedon, are the two SBQR armies? I don't really remember. Whose side are the Scipii on? I don't remember. That's how chaotic it is. I've just completely lost track of everything. Right, so they did break through those SBQR units there, then they charge onto these into the flank, and yeah, they should start mounting a lot of these as well. There's two SBQR armies. Yeah, I remember it now, two SBQR armies. That's one of them there, that's pretty much destroyed. Although it does look like they took out a lot of Parthian cavalry there. So yeah, even though the SBQR got butchered here, it doesn't look too bad looking at the dead bodies. Look at all of these here, these poor horses. Now this one should be called Spaghetti. This one's fighting all over the place. Whereas the other two have been more like one blob in one specific place, this has been two different blobs. And I just happened to focus on this one. Over here, it seems like Macedon were struggling at one point. You can see a lot of their bodies here, but it seems to have reorganised themselves, and they are pushing the Carthaginians back. They've still got their Cretan archers here as well, fighting the Sacred Band. Not where you want them. The Germans lost their general, but they've got a horde of infantry just running round randomly on the battlefield, coming over here, and it seems like the Brutii have completely broken once the Macedonian cavalry got in here. Once the SBQR reinforcements got in here, the Parthian cavalry is basically done at this point. They lost far too many men trying to kill those urban cohorts, and with that, it looks like we've got another SBQR side win here. But still, even though it was the same side winning, the same player winning each time, still, 3 incredible battles. I loved all of them. First one was definitely best. Then I liked the second one. This was the worst one in my opinion, but that's more because it was difficult to commentate. You had one battle here, a battle here, and a battle here. The other two were pretty much just like one big battle in the centre and then the cavalry doing the flanking, which was a lot more fun to commentate over. Random screeching women still going at it as well. So those are the stats there, and I'll have a quick scroll through here. Yeah, this army here, so many kills. Almost every unit here getting in the hundreds. Okay, then there's a few more struggling down here though. Wow, yeah, those urban cohort did well, killing those Parthians. I'm curious to see how many kills the Parthians got. The other SPQR army not doing as good. Anyway, if you want to take part in future events, check out the OBG Discord, linked down below in the description. But for now, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.